Hello everyone, this is Dr. Vision, and I'm a bit late to the party, but as we know, it was announced on Thursday. We've got some big Doctor Who news that Jodie Whittaker would be leaving Doctor Who next year alongside executive producer and showrunner Chris Chibnall. Now, there's been a lot of rumours about this in the press recently. I think the Mirror picked up on it first, and they're quite their credibility for Doctor Who rumours is quite high, apparently. So they first came up with the concept of her leaving after some specials in 2022. So actually, they were pretty much spot on. So she'll do Series 13, which will comprise of 6 episodes. It's the shortest we've had so far. Obviously, it's to do with COVID, so that cut it down to 8, supposedly. So, presumably, Chris was, they were going to do 10 originally, and then maybe some specials to finish off, but we don't know that now. Maybe they would have done 8 and then 2 specials or whatever. But what we're getting is a 6-part series and 3 specials next year. So one on New Year's 2022, which is its usual slot, and then one in the spring. And then the BBC have asked them to do a special episode for the centenary, which is in October 2022, October next year, I believe. So presumably that's when she'll regenerate. So again, I kind of didn't see it coming, because I thought this is not always the kind of thing they announce before the final series comes out. I genuinely thought they would have left it until after Series 13 finished, and then maybe announce it after that. Because it depends in the past, because Peter Capaldi, he announced it on Radio 2, I think it was a few months before Series 10 came out, his final series, so he did it before. David Tennant announced it a few months after Series 4, before they did the specials. And then Matt Smith announced it. It was only 6 months before he left. It was in June. It was just after Series 7 finished, and then before the 50th, and then his final Christmas special. So it all depends, really. But I'm surprised. I genuinely thought, for some reason, Chris Chibnall, he would be the person. I thought he probably would have announced his own departure, maybe, and then everyone would be thinking, oh, what's happening to Jodie? Is she staying? Is she leaving? And then I would have thought he probably would have tried and done a surprise regeneration, but because he is the kind of person to do that kind of thing. But maybe it would be too hard to keep under wraps a new actor for the role. Perhaps it will be too hard to keep under wraps, so maybe not. So yeah, personally, I will be glad to see Chibnall go. I won't lie to you. I haven't really taken to his era of a show very well, not like Rusty Davies or Stephen Moffat. I didn't like his era as much. I really didn't take to it, still even now, which is 3 years in, nearly. I'm not Jodie either, I'm afraid. She's not really to blame. His bad writing, and she hasn't really had a chance to shine properly. She's just kind of been a mix of David Tennant and Matt Smith. She's kind of just jumping around the place, trying to be funny all the time, and I don't think that really... She needed to be darker at times and really justify scaring off these aliens, and not just making it look easy. And I didn't find her performance very challenging or anything, so she's not one of my favourite Doctors, unfortunately. I don't really like her in the role so much, but some people would have liked her, so I suppose it's fair enough. But yeah, so she'll be going as well, which makes sense, I suppose, because they seem to be very close, a pair of them, so the fact that she would have left alongside him makes sense. So there's some comments here. She says, cannot thank Chris enough for entrusting me with his incredible stories. We knew that we wanted to ride this wave side by side and pass on the baton together. So there you go. So it was a plan all along. It's not always the way, but I do think doctors and showrunners do kind of make pacts. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere, or Rusty Davis or someone posted somewhere that him, Julie Gardner, the other executive producer, and David Tennant made a pact that they'd do 3 series together and then go. And they adhered to that, of course, including the specials. So she seems to be doing the same here with Chris Chibnall, which is fair enough, I suppose. She'll have been in the role quite a long time, really, when you think about it. Everyone's thinking, oh, she's adhered to the 3 series rule again, like everyone's done since David Tennant, and then obviously in the classic series as well, the Troughton rule, as they informally call it. But yeah, so she does miss out a lot, Jodie, because she'll have done about, if she does go on till October next year, she'll have done about 4 years, so about as long as David Tennant did. Actually, she'd be very close to what he did, I think. So they'll be neck and neck in the kind of tenure rankings, perhaps. But she'll have much less episodes than him and any of the Doctors that came before her, to be honest, except Christopher Eccleston, obviously. So she'll be going in for David Tennant had 47, Matt Smith had 44, Peter Capaldi had 40, I believe. So she'll be coming in with 6 episodes plus 3 specials. I think it comes out as 31 episodes overall. So really, she hasn't done that many at all when you think about it, because obviously the episode count went down from 12 to 10, and then obviously with COVID this disrupted. So really, we haven't got as many episodes with her as the previous Doctors, which is a bit unfair, really, but hopefully if series 13 is really good, then perhaps it will redeem the show a bit, because we know they're not letting on in the trailers or anything that we're getting, but we know we're getting Sontarans. Whether they're in a story of their own, we don't know, but there's been Sontarans spotted on location and Weeping Angels. So we know we're getting at least 2 classic monsters back. I expect the Daleks will be back again. I can imagine Chibnall might want to do a trilogy of his Dalek special, so that'll probably be New Year's Day again. Cybermen probably again. Bound to crop up again, I don't know. And then we'll have all the stuff with the Timeless Children to resolve. And Ruth, the Ruth Doctor, probably pop up again. I have to find out where she fits in or whatever's going on with that. And then the Master, he's bound to be back, Sacha Dhawan's Master, which I should look forward to because I liked him. So hopefully it should be a good series. I'm not excited for it at all at this stage because I've kind of lost a lot of, the trailers are very, I know Chibnall wants to be spoiler free, it's very, very lackluster. Hopefully we'll get a trailer nearer the time that'll show more, so it should be a little more engaging hopefully, but at the minute I'm not really. But it'll be interesting to see, especially with the specials, what they're going to do with them. Especially the BBC Centenary one. Makes me wonder whether we want to do a multi-Doctor thing or whether, God knows what it's going to be. But we've got them to look forward to anyway. So, and then John Bishop will be coming in, presumably for just the 1 series. Presumably he'll stay on for the specials as well. Yasmin as well. Mandip Gill, she's on for a 3rd series, so she's going to be one of the longest running companions as well, because she's in it for the full 3 series. Presumably she'll see Jodie out as well, unless they do a sort of classic era thing where she departs one of the specials before, or he does as well. Maybe they won't see her regenerate, because I don't think they will, because if they want to start afresh, she'll have to leave before, or she'll leave during the final story or something, and she'll regenerate alone or something, because that seems to be the way they've done it now, unless they want to hold a companion over for continuity, but I can't see that happening now if they want to start afresh. So, again, that's just speculation, but we don't know. So, yeah, so now we know they are only doing 3 series again, 3 series and out, but But she's been, she's had a good run, even if she hasn't had all as many stories or episodes as she should have had alongside the other Doctors. So she's quite low down on the list, really, of stories and episodes, which is a shame, but is what it is. Chibnall obviously wanted quality over quantity. Can't say personally that he's managed that, but I don't know whether it was his decision to have it reduced from 12 to 10 episodes. Maybe he couldn't cope with it, because he couldn't put out a series a year like his predecessors have done. He couldn't manage that, so obviously likes to write slow, but the quality of his scripts so far haven't been amazing. So they're leaving Doctor Who, so we'll get within a couple of years, we'll have a new team in charge of it and the new Doctor. So, like I said, I'm not really one to speculate about it all. I don't like to speculate as to who the new Doctor could be. I mean, I remember they said that they always thought Chris Marshall was going to be in Jodie Whittaker's place before she was announced. So I wouldn't mind seeing him, to be fair, because I haven't seen him in Death in Paradise, but I've watched My Family recently and I quite liked him in that. He's quite funny. So I think he has the kind of eccentricity to be the Doctor, personally. So I think he'd be a good choice. Showrunners, don't know, any good writers we've had. Jamie Matheson might be quite good. Maybe one of the new writers. Maybe Chibnall gets to recommend someone or appoint someone. I don't know. Mark Gatiss, Neil Gaiman. I think Neil Gaiman's already ruled himself out. But people along that lines, I don't know who they're going to have. But I'm sure we'll know. But I expect we'll know before the year's out, to be honest. Unless we won't. So, so one final thought is that we've got 9 episodes to come. 6 this year, and then another 3 next year to finish off the year. So, it could be interesting. We'll have to see how it goes. And then it will be quite interesting then, because that'll be 2022 finished. And then we got 2023, which is the 60th anniversary year, which is, God knows what they're going to do with that, because they're going to have to turn it around as quick as anything, because we haven't really been in a position where there's been a new actor in the role at the time of an anniversary, really, because Matt Smith was on the way out. That was one of his final stories, so God knows what they're going to do with this. Maybe if we're only doing specials next year, I've got a feeling that presumably they're finishing Series 13 soon, and then whether or not they've started filming the specials, or whether they're going to film them this year, or whether they're going to film them later in the year, we don't know what they're going to do yet. So maybe, because they don't take that long to film the specials, so they'll probably have them finished by either end of this year or early next year, and then presumably that'll give the new team a year to take over, and then get a new series underway, perhaps. So we might have a series in 2023 to build up to the 60th anniversary. We don't actually know, but I think that's a feasible idea, because they did that in 2009 when David Tennant was leaving, and they did the specials, and they were all filmed kind of from 2008 into early 2009. I think they finished around May 2009 or something. And then Stephen Moffat took over soon after, fresh team, obviously. And then that meant that when the final special aired New Year's Day 2010, then there was a new series ready to go out in April. So I think they're going to do that. We'll have the final special in October 2022, I suspect, and then Jodie, and then she'll regenerate, and then we'll get a new series probably in the January or the spring next year for the lead up to the 60th anniversary. I suspect they'll do that, because they'll have finished the specials. The new team will have time to have got in, cast the Doctor, written the scripts, filmed all the episodes, and then And then, yeah, get on with it. Get a new series out ready for the 60th anniversary year. So I'm not particularly worried about that. I think that's the way it will go. But that's a long way in the future. So get back to the present. Quite happy, to be honest. Like I said, it wasn't for me. So I look forward to a new team coming in. But it'll still be interesting to see how Jodie's era comes to an end. And see whether Chibnall can kind of deliver a sort of spectacular Moffat or RTD finale and go out with a bang. Maybe he will. Hopefully not a whimper. So yeah, there's my thoughts on the news. I look forward to seeing the new series and see how it all plays out, and hopefully Jodie will get what she deserves in the end. Hopefully she'll get some more decent characterization, some more doctory moments, and hopefully she'll go out with a bang. And thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed listening to my thoughts on it. I'd like to hear your own if you have any, so please do comment below if you have any thoughts about the news and the future of the show or whatever. So yeah, I'll see you again when the next news comes out, when series 13's around. So until then, thanks for listening.